Good morning, everybody. My name's James. Company name's Tier & Company Credit Management Services. Put together a small presentation for you today, basically on credit control, back to the basics, and the kind of things that we need to be looking out for. So I've listed it down as the 8 steps. These are the areas that we're going to be looking at today. Taking and receiving of a new sales order, obviously the key area to any business. Purchase orders. One or two of you in the room may have come across these already. A courtesy telephone call. This one I'm almost certain that most of you will not have come across. Your invoicing, statements, reminder letters, telephone calls, how these two work together, and then finally debt collection as a final option. Right, starting off the new order, we all receive new business that come from either a purchase order, an email confirmation, or a fax requesting your goods or services. So the first thing that we must always sort out is payment terms. We need to discuss these right from the beginning with our customer or client and let them know what we expect and when we expect to be paid. It should also be followed up in writing, and your client or supplier should sign that within your terms of business, because that's how it should be structured. Within that, you should include your right to make late payment and interest charges should payment not be made on terms. We'll come to that later as to why that's an important area. Credit checking, a key element to any large business. You probably won't have the need to credit check all customers, but on a large assignment or delivery, it's better that we credit check. So we need to know, are we dealing with a sole trader or a partnership? Because if we are, we'll need to know their individual names and addresses in order to be able to enforce any collection at a later date should it become necessary. Don't be afraid to push for all of the information from the start. So ask for headed note paper with a registration number for their personal details if it's a partnership. These items will be far harder to gather later on down the line than at this stage. And make sure within your business, no matter how small or large, you have a good credit policy. This should be set in stone and everybody within the business should follow it, right from the MD down to the credit controller or the salesman. Everyone should be aware of it, everyone should follow it, and there should be no exceptions. Right, earlier I mentioned about the purchase order. This is generally speaking from a larger client or a larger customer. When it comes through the door, you must check that the value shown on that purchase order actually agrees with your original quote or order. The description of goods or services that you're about to provide, is it the same or does it differ? Is there a different quantity, different time, different space? And most importantly, is there any small print on their purchase order stating their own payment terms that may differ from yours? If so, at this time we can go back to the buyer and request that they amend that and get your payment terms clearly marked. If you allow it to go from this stage, you will be bound by their terms, which could be up to 90 to 120 days. Does it come from the same customer that you've been speaking to on the phone, i.e. is it a holding company? Is it a different limited company? Is it a subsidiary? We need to know who we're trading with and make sure that we've got all the right documents signed and up front. Don't just accept any of it if it doesn't agree, because you can get it amended and it's better to get it amended now than further on down the line.